Good day, I'm John Sherva, Deputy Sports Editor here at the Los Angeles Times, and normally a weekend is reserved for football, both college and NFL. But this weekend, there's something pretty big on in Las Vegas, and that is a fight between the undefeated Floyd Mayweather Jr. and the undefeated Canelo Alvarez. So we're going to learn a lot about that from our man in Las Vegas. That is Lance Pugmire. And by the way, also coming out on Fridays in Friday's Los Angeles Times, we have a special section on the fights. Everything you want to know. And if you don't get the paper, you can also find all that information online. Lance, is Las Vegas abuzz about this fight?
It really is. I mean, the amount of people that are coming into town, are celebrities included, is off the charts. All the hotels are booked. This fight sold out in less than an hour. A record live gate of nearly $20 million. And there's just a lot of excitement about a possible passing of the torch from the great undefeated Floyd Mayweather Jr. to the new star of Mexico, as you said, Canelo Alvarez.
Now, Mayweather is 36 years old. He is in the midst of a six-fight, 30-month contract. We saw Pacquiao just sort of get old before our eyes. Will that happen to Mayweather?
You know, it could, but I think that the strongest indication that it won't on Saturday night, John, is his performance in May against Robert Guerrero. He really shined against Guerrero. He was a defensive wizard. He was so much faster. He just beat this guy to the punch at every turn. And I think that if you look at another fight where he had a short layoff like this, when he came off the Oscar de la Hoya victory and came back and fought Ricky Hatton, it was a brilliant effort. And a lot of people are thinking and speculating that Mayweather will turn in the performance of a lifetime Saturday night.
So Canelo, he's 23, he's bigger, he's stronger, we think, but he's fighting at a catch weight that he may not be familiar with. How do you think that's going to play into his performance?
You know, there was a lot of concern about that catch weight. When I was up at Canelo's camp up in Big Bear Lake late last month, he weighed about 166. But he's come down and he's lost the weight. He weighed in last week around 159. And then yesterday at the press conference, he said he was at 153. So he feels like he's ready to go. He will obviously blow it up and pack on some pounds. So he will be carrying a lot more power and weight into the ring. But I think that, while the Mayweather camp was trying to play some mind games against Canelo and saying that they got him to make a compromise that was going to be significant, it really has not turned out that way. Any concerns about the weight really have been washed away.
Okay, so tell us, what's going to happen? What's your prediction?
I like Mayweather in the fight. I just think that this guy is, when you look at his body of work, it is so much more impressive than what Canelo has done. And yes, absolutely. I think the real intrigue here is that you do have a young guy, a guy full of energy, coming at Mayweather with a lot of power, a lot of enthusiasm, and a willingness to take this guy out. But Mayweather is so good at slipping away, dodging punches, and making a young guy like this, who has shown some stamina issues in the past, miss those punches and suffer from fatigue. And I think by the late rounds, the Mayweather camp is feeling like they could even knock this guy out. So I say Mayweather by unanimous decision. Okay,
but of course in boxing, who knows? Thanks, Lance. Lance Pugmire, our boxing writer, who is in Las Vegas to cover the fight. Now, for those of you who may not be able to buy the pay-per-view, or even those of you who do, realize that Lance will be doing live blogging round by round at latimes.com, and also, too, in social media. Myself, that's at JCHERWA, will be tweeting along with my boss and sports editor, Mike James, which is at LA Times James. So that's it for today, and thanks.